I don't like to dig up burdock roots because it's a lot of work. I typically just buy cultivated gobo for the restaurant because you get a really good yield. It's a lot easier to prepare, and you don't sometimes get the stringiness or hollowness that you can sometimes get in a wild burdock root. But what you may not know is that since burdock is a biennial, which means it takes 2 years to go to seed, the second year it's going to create these flower stalks. So what I do, this is a really small one too, by the way, but to prepare them, I basically trim off, in the field, I'll typically just trim off these leaves, which makes it a lot easier to carry in a bag. And then from here, I just like to start at the end, and I'm going to start peeling. And you can see what I'm going for here is this green on the inside. And of course, the older they get, the more kind of pronounced the stringiness is going to be. This one is not going to be that bad because it was very young. I wanted to get a smaller one because it would actually fit in the picture frame. But if they're really tender, you can probably just peel them. If they are a little bit older and huge, like some of them might be, I will peel until I get to this part, and then I'll take a vegetable peeler and I will start going after some of the kind of residual fibers, which are a little time consuming, but what you end up with is a really nice little vegetable that I would kind of compare to salsify or to celtuce. Even though it's not a root, it's still, this kind of still has a similar flavor. And it is going to darken a little bit as you start to work with it. So what I do in the kitchen is I'll just keep a kind of tub of lemon water handy. And you'll be able to see like these stringy pieces of the outer skin will be pretty apparent. But from here, once you have some a nice tender core, basically just cut it into pieces. Just kind of like so. And then I take these and I'm going to cook them in a little bit of salted water just until they're tender, and then I take them out of that. At that point they might have a little bit of bitterness or a little bit of a grassy flavor, but I'll take them out of the salted water and then they're kind of prepped and ready to go, and I just melt some butter in a pan and I cook them until they're caramelized on the outside and the butter is nice and browned,